I want to ask something uncomfortable to you. How many hours have you spent in the last 6 months preparing for the tech career that the market is rapidly moving away from? Grinding lead code, learning generic full stack development, and applying to the same software engineering entry level jobs that get 800 to 900 applications in just 24-30 hours. Because right now in 2026, the tech job market is going through the biggest shift it has ever seen. Every professional who's working in the industry feels it, and the data confirms it. CS graduate unemployment is at 6.1%, nearly double the rate of philosophy majors. Entry-level software engineering roles dropped 30% year on year. And in India, overall IIT recruitment declined 3% in June 2026, while AI-related hiring grew 16%. So the market is not struggling for everyone, it is struggling for people who have not adapted to the shift. So hi everyone, welcome to a new video. My name is Shivangi Tiwari. I started my career as a software engineer, transitioned into product manager and moved to Dubai, and currently I'm parallelly working on building my own company. Its name is Brandinia. So if you know me and my journey, you already know that I'm there in the industry from last 5.5 years. And today I want to exactly show you what that shift looks like in 2026. So without any further ado, let's start the video. So here's the challenging reality, and it is real. CS graduate unemployment is 6.1%, that is ranking 7th highest among all college majors in the US, and the pattern is mirroring in India. In India, 85% of engineering graduates are unplaced in 2026. Entry-level CS roles dropped 25% from their 2023 peak globally. Software development job postings on Indeed are down by 68.8% from their February 2022 peak. As per LinkedIn data, Big Tech new grad hiring is down by 25% from 2023 levels. So if you see, that is the challenging side, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But yes, this has an opportunity side too, and it changes everything. LinkedIn's 2026 Job on the Rise report says that AI engineering job roles have grown by 143% year on year. In India specifically, AI engineering job postings grew 59.5% year on year as of April 2026, the highest growth among all major markets globally. And WEF January 2026 report confirms this. AI has already created 1.3 million new roles worldwide. Another thing, AI-related hiring in India's IT sector increased 16% year on year in June 2026, even as overall IT recruitment declined 3% in the same period. So the market is not dying, it is shifting. And the people who are shifting with it are finding opportunities that did not exist 2 years ago. But now you might be having this question in your mind that why are some people struggling more than the others? So I'll explain it to you properly, because understanding why some people are struggling and finding it harder to get the jobs will make you understand the solution easily. So if I tell you a general preparation path for anyone who wants to get into software engineering looks like this. You get into your college, you start your preparation, do your CS fundamentals properly, then you start doing DSA. Parallelly, you are doing full stack development and grinding on lead code. Then once your preparation is done and you're confident enough, you go and you start applying for big tech companies and get rejected. The process gets repeated, and in this process, some people achieve success, some get failure, some get motivated, some get demotivated. But there are 3 reasons this approach is delivering weaker results in 2026 specifically. Reason number 1 is supply grew significantly faster than the entry-level demand. US universities handed out 110,000 CS bachelor degrees in 2022 and 2023. A decade earlier, it was 60,000. So the talent pipeline doubled, but the entry-level demand has not kept the pace. In India, the same pattern is happening in IITs, NITs, private engineering colleges simultaneously. Reason number 2 is AI tools have raised the bars for what junior engineers were expected to know earlier. In the current time, AI coding tools now assist with a significant portion of routine coding work. And that's the reason expectation from the junior engineers have shifted. Like earlier, it's no longer enough to just know how to write basic code. Employers increasingly want to see that you can work alongside the AI tools under AI-assisted workflows, and you can deliver output which reflects that capability. So the bar has moved, and people who are preparing only for the traditional skills are finding it harder to close the gap. Reason number 3 is interview preparation and real-world skills need to be better balanced. In the current time, lead code and DSA preparation remain relevant for many of the software engineering jobs, and I'm not asking you to abandon them. But spending 100% of your time on lead code alone without building real projects and developing practical AI skills along the side, that is leaving a significant gap in your profile. The candidates who are getting maximum traction in 2026 are the ones who are able to balance their structured interview preparation along with building a portfolio to show the things they have built. So what does this balance actually look like? So I would say it's the learning and the mindset shift that you have to make. Here's the reframe that changes everything. Stop only asking, how do I get a software engineering job? Instead, ask yourself, what practical skills does the market actually need right now? The answer is increasingly clear with the data. Professionals who can confidently use AI tools, integrate AI into their workflows, build AI-assisted solutions, and demonstrate practical AI capability are seeing measurably better outcomes in the current job market. Workers who demonstratively apply AI skills command a meaningful wage premium over peers in similar non-AI roles. And in India, Deloitte NASSCOM projected India AI talent demand will rise significantly, with the gap between supply and demand growing and not shrinking. So the opportunity and the demand is real. The only question over here is, how do you build the practical AI skills to assess it? And here is where I'm going to show you something that I genuinely think is worth your time. So let's know how to actually build the right skills. What I'll do is I'll give you a 3-phase plan, because having a goal without a timeline is just a wishful thinking. So phase 1, which is your 0 to 6 months, you have to here balance your preparation along with building. This is the shift which most people resist making. A lot of time candidates spend nearly all their time in doing interview preparation, and what they forget is they're not building something which they can show to the interviewer. So you have to understand that the candidates who are getting the job, getting selected or standing out of the crowd are the ones who are doing both. So you have to build something real, preferably something which involves using AI tools in a practical way. It does not have to be complex, but anything real, finished and shipped. Any project that demonstrates that you have the fundamental knowledge, you have the fundamental skills, and you also know how to work with the AI tools. So build something with them, integrate them in your workflow, and produce a real output. This tells the interviewer something that the LeetCode score can never do. And along with building, you should ship it publicly. You should have a real GitHub URL. And also a suggestion, when you're building your project, try to write about it and speak about it on LinkedIn post as well. Phase 2, where your preparation is done, which is your 6 to 12 months time, here prioritize startups and not just the big tech companies. So if you see, the big tech new grad hiring is competitive right now. And on the other hand, startups are actively hiring at the entry level roles. And here is why a startup role can actually accelerate your growth. At a startup, you often own broader responsibilities from early on. You learn across the stack, you build things end to end, and that breadth becomes a significant advantage when you do decide to move to larger companies later. After 1 to 2 years at a startup with a real project experience, you are no longer entry level. Different doors open for you. For me also, I've worked with the startups only throughout my career, and let me tell you, that's the best decision I've taken for my career. And yes, after 2 to 3 years at a startup, if you feel confident enough and you feel that you have learned things that are required in the industry, then you can take that shift, then you can move to a big tech company, because now you won't be applying for entry level jobs and different doors will open for you. Next phase, which is your 12 to 18 months time, stay ahead of where the market is going. The data suggests AI related hiring will continue to grow. The WEF projects 170 million new roles globally by 2030, with the largest share in the technology. So the professionals who build practical AI skills now, who can confidently use AI tools in their daily work, who have practical projects demonstrating that capability, they are positioning themselves for the roles that are opening up. So try to learn and be one of them. Now here's the hardest part about building these skills. Most people try to learn these skills by watching tutorials and do nothing with what they have learned. That does not work, because practical AI skills are the doing skills, not watching skills. You need structured hands-on learning with real projects and real tools. And this is where I want to tell you something which I think is genuinely worth your time. I came across the Google AI Professional Certificate on Coursera, and I want to walk you through exactly what it covers and why it is specifically relevant to what we've been talking about until now in the video. So you can see, this is the Google AI Professional Certificate on Coursera. Here is what makes it different from the generic AI courses in the market. It is 6 short courses plus a capstone project, not like a 40-hour lecture series which you will never be able to finish. The tools you work with, Gemini, Notebook LM, AI Studio, they are the same tools that are being integrated in the real workplaces right now. And every part of the program is built around doing and not just watching. You'll be doing real exercises, seeing real outputs, and learning practical AI skills that you can apply directly to your work. Now you can look at the structure over here. Each module builds on the last, from understanding how to use AI effectively to actually building custom AI powered solutions that showcase your skills. The goal is not just to understand AI conceptually, it is to be able to walk into work and use AI tools to be more productive, more creative, and more capable than you were earlier. And the capstone project, this is what I want to highlight specifically. By the end of the program, you have built a real AI powered solution, something you can show, something you can talk about, a portfolio project that demonstrates practical AI capability, not just a certificate that says that you have completed a course. So this is the difference between passive learning and active skill building. And right now, for a limited time and subject to applicable terms, when you enroll in the Google AI Professional Certificate on Coursera, you can get 3 months of Google AI Pro at no extra cost. Google AI Pro gives you access to advanced Gemini capabilities that genuinely help you as a learner understand complex concepts, organize your study plan, brainstorm project ideas, build your capstone project faster, and even practice for interviews. So it is going to be a meaningful learning companion and not just a bonus. So if you're serious about building practical AI skills that you can directly apply to your work, this is one of the most practical and hands-on ways to do it. And right now, as I said, for limited time, you can get 3 months of Google AI Pro included when you enroll, which means you're learning the same tools which you will be using day to day. Link for the course is mentioned in the description. Do not forget to check it out. Now let's move on in the video and understand what to do starting this week. So let me make it completely practical for you. So here is what I would do if I was a fresher or a salaried engineer who wants to stay ahead in the market. So first of all, audit your current preparation. Write down every skill that you're currently building, every course that you're taking, and everything you're preparing for. Now ask yourself, how much of this is building practical, demonstrable capability for you? And how much of it is purely an interview preparation? While you're writing, be honest, because this audit itself will tell you where do you have to balance. Next, you have to pick one project and start building it. Your project doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be well planned. Just one project, pick up any real world scenario and start building it. Something that you can use yourself, something that involves working with the AI tools in real way. If not perfect, build a rough version. Just get something working even if it is ugly. Next, you have to ship your project publicly. It could be a GitHub account, public repository, a live URL, just some way to get your project deployed. And definitely when you're trying to build that project, try to talk about it on LinkedIn. That will give you more visibility. And you cannot even imagine that these posts are seen by recruiters, the hiring managers, startup founders, and it builds something that most candidates never build, a public proof of what you can actually do. Next, you add structured learning in parallel. So building projects without structured fundamentals has a ceiling. So the Google AI Professional Certificate on Coursera is genuinely a good use of time. Link is there in the description. Do check it out. As you'll get 6 short courses, hands-on with Gemini, Notebook LM, AI Studio, capstone project, certificate from Google, and 3 months of Google AI Pro included right now with limited times and term supply. You can try to do it alongside your project and not instead of it. This will give you a good learning. Next month, start applying to startups. Search for AI native startups in India on LinkedIn or Well-Found. This is the pitch that you can follow that is more compelling than a resume with only coursework. Next month onwards, you have to focus on LeetCode in balance. So yes, keep your DSA and interview preparation going. It is still relevant for a lot of software engineering job roles. But aim for a balance, 10 to 15% of your time on structured interview preparation, the rest on building, shipping, and developing practical AI skills. Now, as we're about to end the video, I want you to do few things. See, since you are in the tech field, you have to always keep learning and keep updating yourself. For that, what all you can do, you can be active on LinkedIn, where you'll be able to see a lot of updates, which companies are hiring, which companies are getting funded, all of that. Then try to read a couple of Substack articles or any sort of articles which gives you technical depth and technical understanding and what is exactly happening in the market. See, one thing people always miss is being aware is the first step. Once you're aware of what is happening around you, you can still start your preparation. And one thing, the professionals who thrive in the tech market are not always the ones who are best in the current thing. They are the ones who spotted where things were going early and started building towards it, while others still focus on what already existed. Right now, the data is pointing clearly in one direction: 143% job postings growth for AI engineering, 59.5% in India. AI is creating 1.3 million new roles globally. Practical AI skills increasingly valued across every role and every industry. So the opportunity is here. The question is whether you're going to spend the 6 months preparing only for the past or also building towards what is coming. So I hope this video gave you a lot of clarity. If you are someone who's preparing for tech jobs and you want a roadmap, you can check out this video over here. Reminding you again about the Google AI Professional Certificate on Coursera. Link is there in the description. Do not forget to check it out. If you have any confusion related to this video or about your career, you can ask me in the comment section. And if there is something for which you need a dedicated video, I'll try to make a video on that. If you liked this video, do not forget to hit the like button, share it to your friends, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you get notified whenever I post my new video. Thank you so much.